back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Here's Fredette. Pass to Patterson. The pass to Fredette. From about 19 feet, that one finds the mark on target from James. James got his first 2 points. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at Los Angeles. Here in the early part of the season, they've acquired the 3rd best record in the conference. And checking out Sacramento. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
Right now for the Clippers, they've actually taken the NBA by storm since the season kicked off. They put themselves right in the mix with the league's top teams when most people thought they'd be bottom feeders.
And I know it's early, Clark, but the way they've looked, I think they'll be in that mix all the way to the end.
Mullins. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
Well, if they can match that effort at the defensive end, look out.
Fredette with it. He's against Collison. That's good.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
Thompson with the bucket.
Thompson's pretty good.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Collison. Collison off the pick from Hollins. That shot wide open. Reddick's got 7. Here's Fredette. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Pass to Jay. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first. Thompson passes to Jay. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jay's got his second bucket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividend.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Collison dishes to Dudley. That's good.
Really?
He's got 5.
Really? You call that allowed to score? Wow.
And here's Fredette. Passes it to Jay. Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Suns.
Well, there was a lack of discipline on their part in that game, guys. They committed a lot of silly fouls, and it hurt them.
It sure did. I mean, they just didn't seem to figure out how to defend without fouling, Steve. That was just almost hard to comprehend.
On the floor for Sacramento, Jay, he's in at small forward. Thompson is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Thornton, and it's McCallum in at the point. Now it's sent it to Doris on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, Jay in that last game against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He finished with 19 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. And Steve, yet another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, he sure is. We saw it firsthand, and it was fun to watch. He really got it rolling.
Yeah, nothing better than to see a guy confident, comfortable, on a roll. and elevating his team to high levels of play. That's a beautiful thing to watch, fellas.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Redick is checked in.
Sacramento really had a lot of problems finding consistency game to game, and it showed up when they would have to take on other teams in the West. This didn't look quite as cohesive and as desperate to win as the rest of the conference, and that ends up costing you games.
Feeds it to Mullins. Now the dish to Dudley. Now here's Collison. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one, and they get it back. Shot's good by Mullins. They play the clock right, Steve. They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, just have to time it right. Make sure you work the clock correctly. You get 2 possessions out of this.
Jay, the pass to Thompson. Their lead pass was put in just the right spot. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Mullins kicks to Collison. And Mullins, the basket on the assist by Collison. Collison's got his 4th assist in this one. Kicks it to Landry. Pass to McCallum. And again, it's Sacramento converting. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
Yeah.
And the first half ends in a close one. Kings lead by 1.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Tipping off the half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The Kings trail by 4. Collison is out there with Green. Then it's Matt Barnes. Then it's Jordan. And it's Crawford at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And Cousins gets it to go.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Here's Jay. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jay's got 11.
Good job creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Collison dishes to Barnes. Now Collison. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Little turnaround. Jordan can't get it to go.
Guys, it was another year for DeAndre Jordan where he was exactly what you want from a supporting role center. Blocked shots, dunked it when he could, really had his best season so far.
And for DeAndre Jordan, the physical tools certainly are there. 6'11", 7'6" wingspan. It's developing his skill and the experience that he's been working on.
I thought he got better last year with that jump hook inside. Not to the point where you go to him, but where it was serviceable. Still a young guy, though. And I think he has solidified his place as the Clippers' center of the future. But he can get better as he goes along.
Sacramento's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
He's been the guy on the boards today, no question.
Steve, you're all over it. I mean, his numbers back it up. He's been working extremely hard out there.
Crawford passes to Collison. Back to Crawford. He kicks it to Barnes. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Redick. Oh, that's blocked. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Thomas kicks to McLemore for the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 50 seconds left in the third. Here's Crawford. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Jamal Crawford has always been a steady scorer, an explosive scorer, really. And he's been something of a journeyman, too. Over the course of his 13 seasons in the league, he's played for 6 teams and get this, 16 different head coaches. Wow.
Jimmer Fredetti's checked in for Sacramento. It's deflected and stolen by Reddick.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And repasses to Jay. Here's McCallum from outside the arc. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Reddick with it. He has 7. Collison dishes to Griffin. With 2 seconds left. Can't capitalize inside. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. And let's take this opportunity now. The Kings trail by 9 on the court for Sacramento. Landry and Cousins patrol the paint. Thomas is out there with Jay, and it's Salmons in at the 3, the small forward. Doubled by Salmons. Collison kicks to Jordan. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
You know, they haven't had the best day inside, but they got one when it mattered most.
From deep, Thomas, and he gets it to go. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Ball left side. Back to Collison. Ball outside. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 13-footer. The shot misses. Excellent D there from James. Poked away. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. 8 points for Jordan. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, defensively, they've played with high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
That's setting up on
They've
that
been
too,
firing on
man.
all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Griffin's checked in for Chris Paul. Outside Collison. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off for Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd is stunned at the sight of that one.
Jay, guarded by Crawford. In low to Cousins. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Collison, the pass to Crawford. Looking to end his cold spell. King shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Thomas dishes to Salmons for the 3. Kept alive by Sacramento. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Landry's been putting up the numbers. 11 rebounds and also an assist.
Well, Landry has just a big motor. He can play so hard as soon as he gets into the game that he makes a major impact on the game. He's relentless in his pursuit of offensive rebounds, and he's always going to fight you for the ball.
Yeah, you know, those offensive rebounds are always huge. You also need to be able to finish through contact if you're undersized, and Landry can do that too. He can get a guy up in the air, lean into him, and finish the play while earning a trip to the free throw line. Shot clock at 3. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Carl Landry. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. The second one is good. Having both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded by Dudley. Here's Jay. Sacramento again missing.
What was the defense doing there? He is not the guy to get.
Chris, how does a win like this help propel the team at this point in the schedule?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
It was a pretty good start, Chris. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Dort.
By 9 minutes, we won. We lost though. 9 points for a good grade, not bad. I'm liking that. 20 minutes now. Fuck yeah. 82% rank, league rank, 342. Not bad at all. Turn off the lights out.
Your flight crew wants to be the first to welcome you to Los Angeles. Please prepare for landing.
Alright, that's it on this video. Let's see what's next. Next, some social media things will be. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.